And of course, as business leaders, financially, want to make a difference, right? So add value up front. And look, if that value doesn't add impact or transformational results, the question is it really valuable? So if you're making sure that you add value that generates impact, that then generates real results. And the surest, most sound way to do that is simply to serve your way to success. Serve. Just help other people. You want to prove you can help people get results as a business leader? Serve your way to success. The best way you can help prove that you can help somebody is by, I don't know, helping them. Help people get real results. And here's what we know. The number one proven, powerful, profit-producing principle and predictor of your success is simply the single largest naturally occurring success resource on the planet. Anybody want to wager or guess what that number one resource might be? Go ahead and put it in the chat. If you think you know, go ahead and put it in the chat. And so the number one naturally reoccurring, it is what?
Me.
It is, yes. It is people, right? Because nothing happens until people get involved. You can't do this by yourself. If you can do your dream by yourself, your dream is too small, right? You need people to come alongside of you. You need people to buy from you. You need people to serve. You need people to get things done. You need people to connect, communicate. You need people to help you along the way. It's a P2P, not B2B, as we say here in the United States, B2B, business to business, or B2C, business to consumer, and so on. It's all P2P, or people to people. And here's what we know for a fact. No people, no success. Really is that simple. You cannot do this by yourself. But when you know, K-N-O-W, when you know people, you will then know success. So the goal is simply to know and serve more people. What's the best way to know people? Is simply to make more deposits, because here's what we know. One of two things happens. That's it. One of two things happens in every human interaction. And that is this. Either you make a deposit or you make a withdrawal. That's it. End of story. So you either make a deposit in every human interaction or you make a withdrawal in every human interaction. So let me ask you this question. What if all you did was look for ways to create value, make more deposits than withdrawals, and simply help people get? Now, let's talk about this for a second from the perspective of like a bank account, deposits and withdrawals, and a bank account. So imagine for a second if you made more withdrawals from your bank account than you did deposits, right? What would happen? Well, there would be fees and levies and penalties, and they would potentially penalize you and close your account. You would go bankrupt. Well, the same thing is true in your business. Same thing is true in your relationships. The same thing is true in everything you do. Your job is simply to make more deposits than withdrawals. Now, that deposit might be a simple smile. It might be an encouraging word. It might be helping people by adding value, helping them get what they want, need, desire, and ultimately deserve. We've been lied to. See, we've been told that we are in the business, whatever business we're in, whether it's, events, whether it's marketing services or solutions, whether it's selling a widget. We've been told that we're in the business of the business we're in. Or some smart marketers might say, we're in the business of marketing those business widgets or those services or solutions. I would submit we are in the business of delivering value-added results, simply making more deposits than withdrawals at any given time. That's it. The more value you create, the more impact and income you'll make. So make more deposits than withdrawals. What is that? You have to ask, what's valuable to you? How can I serve you? How can I help you get more? If all you do is make more value, will people be more or less likely to want to work with you, support you, buy from you, refer you, recommend you? So the number one success solution is add value that generates impact for others, results, and then you share in the profits, the results, the rewards. If I help you generate an extra, again, in that example, $100,000, do I have to sell you? Do I have to pitch you? Do I have to present to you? Do I have to do anything but help you? So keep it super, super, super simple. So simply make more deposits than withdrawals. Now, I don't know if you know about this, but our job is to serve in every way humanly possible. There was this toy supposedly toy in Asia. It was called Invisible Jim. Now, his job was to save the world from crappy dolls, right? And it's nothing. It's invisible. There's nothing there. It is all packaging, nothing more. You do not want to be merely bubble wrap or packaging. You want to be the real deal. You want to have that invisible force, because people can tell when you're out and looking for their best value and interest. So simply help people get more of what they want, need, desire, and deserve. It's called relationship marketing magic. Relationship, the science, the act, the behavior of simply re-elating or falling in love over and over and over and over and over. Did I say over? I meant over and over and over again. So simply help people get what they ultimately want, need, desire, and deserve. If you foundation every tactic, every strategy, every principle, every process in your business with relationship VIP, help people get what they want, need, desire, and deserve. You simply do that enough, making more deposits than withdrawals, and you will have a business beyond your wildest expectation. By the way, this may not be used at home to improve the quality of your relationships with your spouse or your family I'm joking, actually. So of course, just always and forever look for ways to create value and serve people, help people get what they want. Look, here's what we know to be true. If you are willing to set yourself on fire doing what you love, people will come for miles to watch you burn. So I guess my question is, what do you burn for? What's your passion? What is your process? If you had the cure for cancer in people's lives and their health, their wealth, their happiness, their relationships, whatever area you have a obligation, not just a responsibility, but an obligation to help people with that magical cure for what ails them. So the question is, what do you burn for? What will you burn so brightly that people will literally come for miles to watch you burn? Right? Exactly. Simple. Let's try a little experiment, a little engagement. So here's what I want everybody to do. In your mind's eye, I want you to look at those 6 cards you see up there. Everybody pick one. Keep it to yourself for right now, but keep that card to yourself for right now. And pick one. So I'm just saying out loud, it might be the Queen of Diamonds or the King of Spades. It doesn't matter which one. Burn it in your memory should you ever see it again. Burn it in your memory. So King of Spades, King of Spades, King of Spades, or whatever card it is for you. If you think I'm trying mind games and you just had the King of Spades, you can pick a different one, or you can stick on it because you think I might know that, or whatever. Here's the good news. Remember your card. Now, I'm just going to mix them up here for a second, and I'm going to remove just one of those cards. And what I'd like you to do, when I say 3, I'm going to show the cards to you again. One card is going to be missing. And if your card is missing, simply put the letter Y into the chat box. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. If your card is missing, put a Y into the chat box now. Here's the thing we know. That's right. Your card is gone. Now, how is that? Oh, Y. Thank you. Here's what we know. That something is missing when you're missing relationships. And the best way to invest in your relationships is simply to ask. We say, ask your way to success. The more you ask, the more you get. You have not because you ask not. A very solid principle that we're all familiar with. The more you ask, the more you get. It's just a law of human connection, right? So it's important that you understand. So your task is simply, okay, yep. Your task is simply to ask. And I want to tell you that sometimes the T is silent in ask. You want to go ahead and give yourself a mute if you can. Thank you. Appreciate that. Very cool. And by the way, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And I also have time at the end for our opportunities. Now, this might seem like, oh, he's talking a lot about mindset. He's talking a lot about, but here's the thing. I don't care what business practice, tactical strategy you leverage in your business. If you don't do it from a perspective of VIP or add value first, upfront, in advance, your chances of having that great, incredible, awesome, amazing win will be greatly impacted and reduced, because our job is simply to be more interested in the success of others than trying to be interesting to others. So what's a super simple 3-step strategy to ask more so that you get more, right? Ask more so that you get more. First of all, always ask. The more you ask, the more you get. It really is that simple. If you ask more, you'll have more because you'll get more. Simply ask more. This is not a difficult task. Ask your friends, ask your family, ask the people that you know, like, and trust. Ask your fresh fruit on the ground, the people that literally, all you have to do is reach out and touch them. They're right there. And then when you ask, always ask specifically. In other words, you have to be very specific. Our brain works in very interesting and unique ways in that what it does is it deals in sensory specific. And what I mean by that is that if you ask a specific question, their mind has no choice but to produce a specific response or answer. That's just the way it works. So instead of saying, how can I help you? Because there's a lot of data there. Or do you know anybody who needs what I have, right? Versus, do you know parents with children who are between the ages of 3 and 7 who can use my program, product, or service? Exactly. So ask specifically and then keep asking kindly, or keep it super simple. Keep KISS. Keep it super simple. So keep asking kindly. So that's the KISS methodology. Ask always, ask specifically. That'll radically change the results you get with the people you hope to serve if you simply ask always. So ask more people and ask more specifically. Most of us are asking general questions. If you learn to ask more specifically and then just keep asking kindly, in other words, because you're always looking to add value that generates impact so that everybody profits, you're going to keep asking kindly what's in their best interest. So become an askaholic. Become an Hi, I'm Dean. I'm an askaholic, right? See, the more you ask, the more you get. Let me ask you a question. What if all you did was ask Oh, I don't know. So once again, become an askaholic. See, the more you ask, the more you get. What if you asked, I don't know, 10 more people today or this week or just this month? You asked 10 more people than you asked last month. And let's say 10% of anybody will say anything for any reason. So 10% of people will say yes. You ask 10 people, one of them will say yes. Even if you're vague, even if you're not skilled in the asking arts, even if you're not a professional askaholic, right? So if you ask 10 people, at least 10 people, one person will say yes. So what would your business look like if this day, this week, this month, you simply asked 10 more people and you got one more piece of business, one more result, one more serviceable outcome, one more. Now, imagine that all you're doing is asking to serve, right? Ask always, ask specifically, and ask kindly, right? ASK. So my question is all you have to do is, who do I ask? Easy. Who do you know? So when you ask somebody, do you know, or who do you know? So do you know somebody who might need this very specific frame question, right? Do you know somebody who needs a parent of a 3 to 7 year old child who is, looking for a tutor, or again, whatever business you happen to be in, right? Or who do you know that is a parent of a 3 to 7 year old child, or whatever experience? Exactly. You get the idea. So imagine you did that 100 times this week, this month. So imagine you did that 100 times. And again, same lousy, only 1%, 10% of people you ask will say yes to your referral, to your offer, an opportunity, to your presentation, to whatever it happens to be. That's 10 more pieces of business. Let's just say this month, no big deal. 5 people a day, 5 days a week. You just simply ask 5 people you have not asked yet something. Ask them how you can help them. Ask them if you can serve them with your specific product, service, or solution. Ask them, do they know somebody for a referral recommendation? If all you did was ask 100 times, 5 times a day, 5 days a week, that's what we call the high five, 25 times a week, 4 weeks out of the month. And if you get an extra week or half a week or some days out of the month bonus, right? You'd get at least 10 more pieces of results, 10 more profitable producing outcomes for you and your business. What would your business look like in 3, 6, 9, 12 months from now if you simply abided by the habit of asking 100 more times a month, who can I serve and how can I serve? Would 10 more pieces of business this month make a difference in your business? If it's more, it's more. If it's less, it's less. But how can you help? And here's the thing, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I've got some free gifts and tools and resources, downloads that you'll be able to access in our time together. I put together a super simple guide and outline called Little Steps, Do Less, Be More. This is 100% free. All you have to do is raise your hand. We'll get it to you. We'll make sure we send it out through the group or however we get that to you. And I'm going to give you an opportunity as well. So simply ask more. Ask your way to success. ASK. Ask always, ask specifically, and ask kindly. ASK. Ask your way to success. Right? Very, very, very simple. Once again, here's what we know. Nobody does it alone. We all need a lift. We all need a little help. We all need some encouragement. We all need some help. So get some help by simply asking for it, right? Asking for more business, asking for whatever it is. I promise you, the single number one strategy, if you get nothing else from it, is add value and ask people how you can help them with your program, product, service, solution, whatever it happens to be. Fair enough? Cool. So here's the thing. How you ask is also as valuable, and how you connect is also as valuable as what you ask for. So I'm going to give you a gift today, and that is this. I'm going to give you a gift of what we call TV, or transformational vocabulary. Transformational vocabulary. Most people have customers, clients, prospects, suspects, victims, whatever, right? I'm going to challenge you today. I'm going to challenge you today to consider, stop using the language of customer, client, prospect, suspect, victim, whatever it happens to be, and start and consider using the language of relationship, the language of serving, the language, call people out for who they really are. Listen, I would much rather do business with people I know, like, and trust, and that know, like, and trust me. And no longer do we have customers, clients, prospects, suspects, victims, right? We have family. So we have a family of people who are gathered here today, friends. We have friends from all over the world, members of your group and organization, and just so my challenge to you is in your language. Now, I'm a professional weirdo, so I use language like, hey, rock star, hey, legend. And by the way, I'm not faking it till I make it. This is absolutely the way I feel about the people I serve. I genuinely, authentically believe you're a rock star, a legend, a hero, a champion, a superstar, a stud, a whatever. So, but find language that's familiar and friendly, because listen, if somebody gave me $10,000 to help produce a result for them, right, to help them get more out of their marketing or their business or whatever it happens to be, if that was you, wouldn't you much rather be referred to as a friend or a member or a rock star or a legend or a champion in my world? Or would you rather be called a customer or a client or a prospect or a suspect, right? A stud. Come on now. That's right. Studmeister, y'all. So consider for a moment that changing your language can change the way that you are perceived and received. It creates instant, indelible know, like, and trust. Because if you're no longer a customer, if you're my friend, or welcome to the family, or welcome to the community, or the tribe, or the organization, welcome, 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 right? It's so simple. It's so simple. This is what we call pinky swear best friend marketing. Pinky swear best friend marketing. Listen, if we were better or even best friends, do I have to market or manipulate or unduly influence or persuade you in any way, shape, or form? No, of course not. I simply help you get what you ultimately want, need, desire, and deserve. So in this pinky swear best friend marketing, it is very simple. Your job is simply make more deposits, add value that generates impact, that produces profits, right? You add more value, make more deposits than withdrawals. So your job is simply to serve. Once again, add value. If I help you get a result or an outcome that you want, need, desire, and deserve, do I have to then sell you, right? If you're my best friend, I don't have to persuade or market to you. I simply help you get what you want, need, desire, and deserve. It really is that simple. If I can, and by the way, be of massive integrity and honesty. If I can personally help you, if it's not my jam, guess what? Find them help. So help them by helping them to get help, right? So listen, I know there's a whole group of people here who know other people who do things you don't do. That's the way the world works. So help them by helping them get somebody who will help them. Very simple, super easy. Service over self, service over selling. Simply bend over backwards to serve, to help people get what they want, need, desire. Serve and treat people as if they were your very best friend. Because friends don't let friends sell. Right? So serve your way to success. Yes. And I'm just being hot here. well, hot, honest, open, and transparent. I'm just sharing with you based on the results. I guarantee you. Now, let me be clear here. Is strategy important? Are tactics valuable? And the answer is absolutely and unconditionally yes, of course they are. But when you apply them, see, everything I'm sharing with you today is strategic. It applies strategy, but it is not only strategy. It is not only tactical. You just help people get what they need, and your business add value. Your business will exponentially grow like wildfire. It really is that simple. So TV, transformational vocabulary. Use your words, use your language. Help people get what they ultimately want, need, desire, and deserve. So add value, ask specifically, and use your language, your transformation, refer to others, celebrate them for who they really are. And pinky swear best friend marketing. Now, I'm going to give you more of a tactical strategy. It's called video magic. And here's the thing. This is so good. It works. It adds more value. It allows you to ask more potently, more professionally, more specifically, more kindly, right? And it allows you to make more deposits than withdrawals. I'm going to share with you a strategy we call VMail. Breaking news. I don't know if you know this or not, but breaking news, video is in. Video is in. Video is in. Listen, if you're not using video in your business, you are already behind the curve. Video is where it's at. So using video, I'm going to share with you a strategy I call VMail. Now, of course, you can use all kinds of video in your marketing, but a strategy I call VMail. Now, this is nothing more than you and your portable pocket production device, right? You have more computing power in your pocket now than we had to put the Apollo mission space first man on the moon. It's amazing. And of course, all we have to do, and we could do it here using our computers or our devices or our tablets or wherever, and it's wildly superior to anything that used to be available even 10 years ago. So here's the idea. Let's just say, for the sake of conversation, that I'm a realtor, right? I help people find the home of their dreams. And one of the ways I'm going to leverage the potential for video marketing magic is this. I'm going to, first of all, I find somebody might be interested in a listing, or I find somebody might be interested. It doesn't matter what your program, product, service, solution, how you serve people. This can apply very, very specifically to you. I'm going to look into my camera and I'm going to say, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, whoever. I'm going to say, thank you, Samantha, for thinking about me for your home. I would love, absolutely adore the opportunity to help you find the home, the house that you can turn into a home for you and your family. Blah, blah, blah. Below is a quick link to my website or to some tools and resources, a free resource or guide or whatever it happens to be. Now, how long does it take to hold out your phone and record a 18-second message to somebody directly? Oh, I don't know, 18 seconds, right? 30 seconds, very short. This is not a sales presentation. This is simply you responding, hey, I was thinking about this, that, or the other thing. I know that, do you know somebody, or who do you know? Whatever you want to do, make it very short and just send them a super simple video. Now, here's what happens. It's amazing how many times people reach out to me. I can't believe you took all that time to send me a video. Because who else is doing that? And the answer is no one. No one else is doing that. You take a few seconds. Here's the best news. The best news is this, and that is that it takes less time, takes me 18, 20, 30 seconds, however long that little video message is, and then I hit send, right? And I don't have to worry about, responding with a text message or black letters on a white screen via email or whatever other methodology or connection point. And they get to see my face, my affect, my emotion, my passion, that I'm on fire to serve them. I'm here to help them, that I'm looking out for their best interest. That connection point. And people, I promise you, people will respond to you and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you took all that time. So that's a simple strategy you can apply. And guess what? If you have access to the internet, you can do this. You don't even have to have a phone of your own. You can go to the local library and use the webcam there and do a bunch of video emails. It doesn't matter. Whatever it happens to be. Super easy and super simple. And it doesn't have to be slick. You don't have to have, you don't have to have a background with lights, and you don't have to have any of that stuff. You could be sitting out with your family on the beach. You could be at a street side cafe enjoying your morning coffee. Hey, I was just thinking about you, and I saw that you were inquiring about this program, product, service, or I saw you did this thing online. Congratulations on your wedding or your family birth announcement or your graduation of your child or whatever it happens to be, and just touch base. And of course, as a business mechanism, it is a super powerful, super useful way to make an impact. People are changed because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And one of the best ways to do that is by face-to-face. You can, again, clicking from place to place will never replace face-to-face. But if you have the opportunity to send a video, it's the next best thing to being there. It really is that simple. So super simple, tactical, strategic tool that you can use starting as soon as, today, to grow your business bottom line, right? So coming soon to an email or Vmail near you, your next video email. Use video as much as possible. If not, at least use your audio, use your voice, use your words. So, and here's the thing. I've prepared for you a bunch of free gifts that will help you. This is a very cool, again, nothing to buy, nothing to sell. This is absolutely 100% free, and I'll show you how you can get that. It's a video marketing guide. And what it has is a bunch of resources, a bunch of tools, a bunch of links to all kinds of really cool, free or low fee or whatever. And by the way, I make nothing on this. That's not the point. The point is I'm here to serve. I'm here to help you get so you can be more powerful and more impactful. Now, let me share with you another super simple 3-step strategy that will help you get anything you want, literally help you to connect, communicate, and convert like crazy. I call it the magic of you, the magic of you. And the truth is, you are the magic that makes your business work. You are the magic that makes the difference in the world. Without you, it's, for all intent and purpose, it's for naught. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. People do people. Yes, I might need new tires for my car, but where am I going to go? I'm going to go to the recommend a referral from somebody who's actually done business with them, or because my friend Ted said, you took great care of him, et cetera, right? So it's the magic of you. What does you stand for? Very, very simple, super simple, VIP to communication success, YOU. Let's unpack this just for a second. YOU, the magic of you. So first is, if you're making a presentation or a pitch, which I'm not a big fan of the language of pitch, because a pitch is something you do on the baseball field. Hope that somebody strikes out. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want the people that I'm looking to serve, support, and encourage to strike out. I want to connect. I want to then communicate. I want to then collaborate, and then you'll convert like crazy. I want to help you create value that generates impact. I want to help you get more of what you want, need, desire, and deserve. So the first thing you can do is share your why. So you're probably wondering why we're even here today, why I called you, why I asked. Well, I have a passion to make a difference in the world with your widget, with your program, with your product and service. I have a why. So share your why, because Simon Sinek said it very well when he said this: people don't buy your what, they invest into your why. And if you're applying the principles of VIP pinky swear best friend marketing and making more deposits and withdrawals, they will want. And here's the thing: if I tell you why I'm here, why my program, product, service, why my cure for what ails you might be of value to you, you're going to lean in. You're going to say, oh, well, that's interesting. Notice he didn't go straight for the sale. Why I'm here and why you're here to serve them. And then here's another one, OS2, or others-oriented opportunities and outcomes. So why, share your why, and if you can, elicit their why. So let me ask you a question. If this product does for others what I know it would do for you, or do for you what I know it does for others, why would this be of value and important to you? And they're going to say, well, and they haven't even made a buying decision. You're not even in the sales conversation yet. But they say, well, if I were, it would help me generate an extra, $3,000 a week in my business, or whatever it happens to be. It'd help me stay more connected to the people that we serve. It would help me improve the quality of my relationship with my spouse or my family, et cetera, et cetera. Now, all of a sudden, you don't have to sell them on anything. You simply listen. You say, oh, I can see what's of value and important to you. Let me make sure that conversation, the OS2, the others-oriented opportunity, what's in it for you, the others-oriented opportunity, what's in it for you. And then the urgency, super simple. Why now? Why me? Why this? Why now? Now, I don't know about you, but I serve charitable cause groups and organizations all over the world. We've generated well in excess of $20 million on behalf of charitable cause groups, because I think that these groups and organizations should not be in the fundraising business, but in the business of serving. So people homeless and hungry, early childhood education, faith-based foundations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I love to help people. My business, I help people who help people to help people by raising funds and awareness for your charitable cause group or organization. So there's a built-in urgency. People are hungry now, not fake urgency, not face scarcity or anything like that, but urgency. Why now? So let's, once again, YOU. So share your why and elicit their why. Very, very simple, right? Share your why. People will tune in, will listen, will lean in to hear your why, as long as it impacts them. And that's why the OS2, or others-oriented outcomes, right? Others-oriented opportunities and outcomes. What's in it for them, right? What's in it for them? Why should the why of that be valuable and important to them? Why is what you said about being more connected to your family, or being able to serve more potently or more powerfully? Why does that apply? Why is it important in the opportunity? Well, the good news is this will help you get more connected to your family. This will help you, et cetera, et cetera. Real results. What are those real results? Once again, we're in the results business, not the whatever business we think we're in, not the marketing of the business that we think we're in. We're ultimately in the results business. Hear me clearly now. Little kids, teeny weeny little people, right, get rewarded for being good. Success savvy adults, professionals, you and I, we get rewarded for creating value that delivers results. The more value you create, the more impact and income you'll make. So create more value, real results for them. And then, of course, the urgency, because what's important to them has to be important to them now. The magic, by the way, with no pressure, right? So you have to tell them what to do and when. So zero pressure whatsoever. Listen, if this makes sense to you, we'll continue the conversation, or let me help you get that result. No pressure. If it doesn't work for you, maybe you know somebody it does, and let's connect and communicate, or help me, right? I have a cure for cancer in your life and in your business and in your health, your wealth, your happiness, whatever area. I have a special brand of chocolatey goodness that serves people in a very specific way. And I am positive that my solution will help you get results, but no pressure. It's totally, completely up to you. I'm here to serve, not to sell. And if it makes sense, if I can help you, I'd be delighted, excited, honored to do so. So there's a few other little key phrases that pay, as they say, key phrases that pay, and we're wrapping around the bend here. It's all about them. So what that means to you is, this is a good writer downer, by the way. What that means to you is, or them, depending on the first or third person, how you're talking, what that means to you is, you'll now be able to connect more deeply with your family, or have a better life with your wife or spouse, right? Whatever, etc. So what that means to you is, so now you can, or so now they can, right? So now you can spend more time. So now you can do what you love to do. Now you're not whatever it is they said they wanted, right? Based on their why. So YOU, share your why, elicit their why. Very simple. Share the opportunity and the outcomes. The others, OS2, others-oriented opportunities and outcomes, right? And then share with some urgency with no pressure. Really is that simple. The magic of you. If you want to connect, communicate, collaborate, and convert like crazy, make sure you leverage the magic of you in your business. It is the VIP key to communication success. So my question is this. Mary Kay Ash used to say this all the time. Is it easy? Does it work? And can I do it? If you can answer those questions by serving people with the right answers, is it easy? Can you add more value for people? Even if it's just a simple compliment or a gentle touch on the shoulder of encouragement. Can you? It's easy. Does it work? Well, of course. People love to be encouraged and love the help, the service, not the sales, but the service. See, we don't love to be sold, but we love to buy. So whether it's an idea or a program or a product or a service or solution. So is it easy? Can you help? Can you ask 10 more people this week or this month? Can you make more deposits than withdrawals? Is it easy? Does it work? And can I do it? Well, I think the answer is a great big emphatic yes. Super simple, boots on the ground, strategic, tactical, yes. Though if you approach it, your prime initiative is simply to help people get what they want, need, desire, and deserve. Serve your way to success. Add value that generates impact, that produces profit. Ask your way to success. Really is that simple. Serve. Help them get what they want, need, desire, and deserve. And then leverage the money-making marketing magic of you. Help other people. Questions, thoughts, ideas, epiphanies, inspirations, cares, questions, concerns, considerations, quandaries, emotional outbursts? Please. Right? Exactly. Go ahead.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, I love that. All right. Come on now.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
This has been so amazing, Dean. Like super amazing. I'm just going to view the 2 questions that
Sure.
are in the chat box. The rest of them are just compliments. I think I'm seeing 10 and 10s of compliments. So you were actually a superstar that you are. So the first question came from Cizo. She said, how do you draw the line between being an askaholic and a bother?
And a what?
And a bother, like somebody who's bothering others.
A bother. Okay, so yes, you want to be a welcome guest, not a bothersome pest. Exactly. So here's the thing. If you apply the principles of ask, A-S-K, ask always, S, ask specifically, and K, ask kindly, listen, if you're looking to create more value, I think we all are pretty smart. So I think we're all sensory aware. In other words, we know to connect with people and so on and so forth. We can help people. So just be sensory. Just notice, like, what is too much? If you're looking to create value that generates impact, would bothering somebody be of value to them? And the answer is emphatically no, right? So I like to say be pleasantly persistent and be sensory aware. In other words, notice, hey, are they being bothered? So is there a number? It's different for everybody, but I think if you're aware, if you're saying, hey, listen, maybe 2 or 3 times for one person, it might be that, hey, listen, I've reached out a couple of 3 times. Just letting you know, I won't be bothering you anymore. If there's something I can do, be a value service, here's a link to a free gift or download. Please let me know. Then by every stretch of the imagination, I'm available to you. But yes, and again, let's see. Wow, good, very cool. Thank you, appreciate that. So ask again. Apply the third principle. Ask kindly. That creates more deposits and withdrawals. Add value. So long answer to a very short question. Just be sensory aware. Thank you for asking.
Okay, thank you so much for that answer, Dean. The second question came from Samantha, and I think it's the last question. So she was saying, how do I balance or draw the line between service and being taken advantage of?
Right. That's a great question because it is a fine line. Those of us who are others oriented or service hearted, that we want to help people. Now, first of all, it's a potential, what we call a pay to play opportunity. Yes, I can help you for this level of participation, your investment with me, of your time. I can help you this much. For this much, for just a little bit more, like let's say you join one of my programs or buy one of my products or hire me as a coach or a consultant or whatever it happens to be in your industry, right? Take the next step. I can afford to help you a little bit more. So here's what I would say. Create mechanisms that will help you to help people without your personal presence. So in other words, like, let me give you an example. Like, for instance, I have a series of gifts for you today, not including the one I gave you earlier that I will give you earlier. I also have this gift here, which will allow you to get that video download guide that I shared with you. So whether you scan the code or type in talkac.ac.Dean Hankey, and it's going to ask you a couple of questions about, so give me your feedback. Let me know, was it good? Was it bad? Was it sucky? Was it awesome? Was it fun? Was it boring? Was it all that stuff? But you will get a gift, a free gift of that. And then when I see it come through, I'll also give you that Ask Your Way to Success gift, which is what I call the Power 25, which will give you strategies to be more effective in your asking. So create value. Now, those are already done. Those are auto magic. Now, can I get on a Zoom session with you and help you? Yes. Am I going to help you for free for the rest of my life? No. And I'll tell you why. Not because I don't have a heart to serve, but because people don't invest into what they're not invested into. So we all know it. We've all tried and wanted to help people, and they become, forgive my language, ask-holes. Now, I'm not being rude or mean, or they just keep asking, and your answers keep going into this bottomless pit, and they don't do anything with the answers or the service or solution that you give them. So you want to be an askaholic? Yes, you want to ask, and how can I serve? I'll get together. Hey, you want to jump on my calendar? I will give you some time. I will go deep with you and help you with your business or strategy or insight or information, whatever it happens to be. It doesn't matter. I'm happy to help. And then at some point, we're going to graduate potentially to doing more where you're getting rewarded. So this has to be a win-win-win-win-win-win. Did I say win? I meant win for everybody. You have to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to make sure you win. I'm going to make sure everybody, et cetera, so forth. So if you would be so very kind, my only ask is that you get this free gift. And so you'll go to that website, scan the QR code, whatever. And then and use the gift word, the code word gift, and there you'll be able to get your free gift. So now let me ask you a question. Did it feel like I'm selling you on anything, giving you away something of value that I showed you can be a transformational tool in your business? There's no sales there. I'm just simply looking to help you, right? No agenda. Yeah, you're going to potentially give me some feedback that I can use to improve my presentations moving forward. But that just helps me help more people. Because if there's something that needs to be addressed, I can look at it. If there's something that particularly resonated or knocked it out of the park for you, then guess what? Then I'll know that, and I can emphasize that for my future presentations. So that's it. That makes sense? Help, I'm talking and I can't shut up. It's just the way it works. Any other questions, thoughts? Oh, I think, did we get cut off?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I appreciate you. And again, as always, if there's anything I can do to serve you in any way, I would love your feedback, certainly, because that helps me to help other people. But most important, I would love for you and your success. Here's one thing that most people are unwilling to say, but I long for your success as much or even more than you do, because I know what's possible, what you're capable of if you simply go out and serve more people, create more value that generates more impact for others. And then you'll profit emotionally, spiritually, relationally, intellectually. Make more deposits than withdrawal by asking people how you can serve them, get more of what they ultimately want, need, desire, and deserve. It really is that simple. Thanks so much. I'm here if you have any more questions, and I'll stay till you're done. So thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Dean, for such an insightful presentation. I think your valuable knowledge on this topic of marketing is great for our audience. And I see from the chat box that they really appreciate how much you have increased their knowledge. And I hope we are going to see more people using your models. I personally like the VIP, the use of acronyms and converting them into useful jargon for a business. I found that very helpful as well. The U and also the ask, I found those ones very helpful. And I could see from the chat, everyone also agreed that that use of abbreviations and turn them into big words which can transform one's mindset when approaching marketing. I think it makes sense and it relates very well to our Zimbabwean context. And for your information, I think most of our entrepreneurs in Zimbabwe struggle with selling. But I think what you have done today is to sharpen their mindset on how to approach selling rather than sitting back and think the magic will make things work. Thank you so much, Dean.
It
I
is
don't
my
know,
honor.
Tube, I used to be here. Tube?
I'm still here.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Do you have anything to say to Dean?
No.
Okay, maybe we can also say thank you. I like the way we turn off our mics and say thank you to Dean. Yes, we can now turn on our mics.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Dean.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you so
Appreciate
much
you.
for joining us.
My pleasure.
Late.
Have a great day. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, just a suggestion. Yeah. Do whatever you want.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Bye now.
Yes.